Hello and welcome to Colred Plays Raid Shadow Legends. I am Colred. Thank you for joining me. Today is Monday and this week is absolutely chock full of things you need to know about. So in today's video, I'm going to be covering not only all the regular timers, but all the special events, tournaments, considerations, things that you have to know about in order to get the most out of your week in Raid this week. In addition, there's even a bonus promo code that I'll be doing at the end of the video, so stick around for that. I hope you're ready for it. Let's get started. Raid Madness returns this week with a very special guest. We have Hell Hades joining as our expert analyst to give you his insight into the final 4 epic champions remaining in the tournament. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you get notifications when that video drops. In addition, hit the like button if you would, and consider joining our Discord community. Thanks so much. Now let's get to this week in Raid. It is a very busy week this week, so let's start with the regular timers and get those out of the way first, and then we'll move on to the bigger and more unusual items. As you can see, we have little more than half a day left on the clan quests. So first of all, if you haven't picked up your clan quests, go ahead and try to get some of the easier ones that maybe you can complete quickly. And if you do have your clan quests, make sure to finish those out before the reset. Remember that the clan shop also resets on the same exact timer. So if you want this energy or the silver, if you want your champion fragments, your revenge accessories, whatever you want from the shop, make sure to purchase it today before that timer resets. Moving on to the arena reset just happened last night. So again, if you want to change your defenses, today or tomorrow is the day to do it. And then again, set yourself a reminder for later in the week so that you can change your defenses back. So you can either hold the tier that you're working on currently or get promoted, whatever it is that your goal is in arena this week. Here you can see our Hydra timer. We've got a day and a half left on the Hydra reset. Like I mentioned last week, there is always a difference between the Hydra reset and the Hydra Clash reset. I don't know why that is. Last week it was four hours difference. This week it's only 1 hour difference. Who knows why? But you have to watch out for that difference. What I highly recommend is if you can, in the next 24 hours or so, get your important Hydra keys in, set aside some time in game to get that done. So you don't have to wait until the exact last minute like I'm always doing. So yeah, get them done early if you can, but definitely make sure that you contribute to your clan's Hydra Clash performance and don't miss out on your keys. As you can see here, the Doom Tower timer is not even quite halfway done. We still have over 2 weeks left in Doom Tower. But just a reminder to do your keys every day, be getting those forged materials as well. So yeah, you want to be climbing, you want to be farming. There's a lot of value in Doom Tower. So don't forget that. And by the way, if you've say maxed out how far you can go in normal Doom Tower, you could always try the bottom floors of hard Doom Tower as well. Sometimes you can't get past a boss in normal, but you can still farm a little bit of the ways in hard mode. So make sure you're maximizing your resources in Doom Tower all the time. But again, we have plenty of time before this Tomb Tower closes. As for the Cursed City is going to be something you want to focus on a lot in the next couple of days because we do have a free gear removal event going on right now. So if you are interested in making some progress in Cursed City, some rebuilds might be called for in the next few days. We do have 8 days remaining in terms of getting your keys and getting to Amius, but sometimes there are those difficult nodes that you really need to rebuild champions for. And the next few days will be when you want to get that done. So as you can see here, there is a free gear removal going on for the next 2.5 days. We only get one of these a month, but now it's pretty consistent. So this is a really great opportunity to not only work on Centranos, but if you need to rebuild any teams, consider doing that now because the free gear removal cost, that's really nice. It really frees up your ability to just rework champions. So consider redoing a clan boss team or a faction crypts team or a Doom Tower team because now is the cheapest time to do that. And remember, you're going to need your silver in the upcoming fusion. There's a fusion dropping in 3 days time. So the more silver you can save here, the better, but also don't overspend on your silver. I would definitely keep a few million in reserve, say 10 or 15 million if you can do it. You still have a few days to get more silver. And if you have like a ton of forged materials or you know that you're going to be say speed farming spider or something, then maybe you have a little bit more leeway. But as good as this event is, don't hurt yourself in the Fusion by overspend. Speaking of the Fusion, there is the Fusion warm-up event that is now live. This Fusion, it's a little bit different. For the last, I don't know how many Fusions, the Fusion warm-up event has been an artifact enhancement event. But in this particular case, it is a champion training event. So it's not going to be difficult to get your 15 points, but you do per day, 15 points per day, but you will need to do it based on champion training. So get into campaign, level some 2-stars or 3-star champions, turn them into chickens. You're going to be fine. This is not hard to do, but it is something that you're going to want to focus on because it's basically free resources. You know, you get an ancient shard there, you get some silver, energy. These are not hugely important, but since they're free, you may as well. In addition to the Fusion warm-up, we have this mystery summon rush, which is happening for April Fool's Day. That's just today. And it is basically an opportunity to summon 1,000 mystery shards and get some rewards for them, including a legendary skill tome, which is not bad at all. There are also 100 festival points here. So if you need festival points to complete the 4 or 5-star Armand's Soul from the Titan event, if that's what you're going for, you may want to get these 100 points. I would say don't wipe yourself out of mystery shards if you're going for the Fusion. They may be kind of pushing this for a reason. I don't know. I'm always a little bit suspicious of Plarium. I don't think it's that bad. If you've saved the shards that you need for the Fusion, then go ahead and spend the mystery shards. I know it takes a little while. You know, it's not fun pulling 1,000 mystery shards, but if you're a free-to-play player, that free legendary skill tome should be good motivation. Speaking of the Festival Titan event, it is running down. We have a day and a half left on this event. So make sure that you calculate what points you need to get the reward that you're looking for. On this particular account, I was just going for the 3-star soul. Honestly, I don't even have Armands on this account, but I just wanted this void shard. And I was hoping to actually get to this legendary skill tome, which I may be able to do. I actually need just 215 points. Maybe that's too far. Maybe not. I think there's about 180 points out there for me to get. So might not be able to get that, but maybe I could get the Immortal Soulstone. There is a Soulstone event coming later in this week. So if you have an opportunity to pick up some Soulstones, definitely consider those as well, because there is an event and they're doing those events fairly frequently now. So I think the value of Soulstones is rising. For the Titan event, we have this Dungeon Divers event going on. It's only for 14 more hours, so you want to make sure to complete that. In addition, there is another April Fool's Day event going on, which is a spider tournament that requires that we use uncommon champion. Hopefully this loads. Yeah, you can see this is actually almost a 2-day event. So it is a challenge tournament. And there we go. It finally loaded. And as you can see, you can only use uncommon champions in the Spider's Den, and you can get some decent rewards. People aren't really pushing this too hard. There are some decent rewards, including a skin for Kale. So if you're interested in that, I think the big win here is actually the dust or maybe the primal quartz. So yeah, not too bad. Remember that you can do this at a relatively low level or low stage, like low difficulty stage in the dungeon itself, because you just need a few points. So if this is someplace where you want to invest some energy, you can. Again, remember, we've got the Fusion coming in just a few days, so I wouldn't overly invest in this. But if you need to complete that Dungeon Divers, getting into spiders can kind of be a triple dip then maybe, because you can do, you know, the silver, plus you can do the tournament rewards here, plus you can do the Titan event and the Dungeon Divers and all that stuff all at the same time. So could be good synergy for some players out there. Likewise, don't forget to finish your classic arena takedown if you haven't already. There are festival points available there as well. I've already completed mine. So you should know at this point, there are no additional Festival Titan events dropping. So whatever points are out there, those are the points that you can get. So make your calculations now and figure out what you need to do in the next 14 hours or so. Taking a look at the Plarium Play calendar, we can see all of the things we've currently mentioned. Remember that the 5th anniversary Titan event is basically ending on Wednesday, but we do have a Soul Chase tournament coming up. You can see that that's happening. That will start on the 4th. And then we also have, that will start on the 2nd and run through the 5th. They do dates backwards to how we do them in the US, right? So it's not February 4th. That is, in fact, the 2nd of April. That's the way they do the dates in Europe. So this is starting tomorrow, and it'll run for, looks like 2.5 days. We also have an artifact enhancement coming up down here. You can see that this isn't like attached to anything. So I would probably skip this artifact enhancement event, because at some point I expect us to get the schedule for the fusion. We know that the fusion is launching on Thursday, April 4th. So the rest of this week is not filled out yet. You can see we don't have the events going forward, but we will get those no later than the 4th when the fusion event actually goes live. So as far as this calendar is concerned this week, basically finish up your Titan event, get your souls or whatever rewards you're trying to get there. Don't overinvest. If you can get the free stuff from the April Fool's events, go ahead and do that, and make sure to complete the warm-up event for the fusion again to get some free rewards there. But this is actually a little bit of a downtime, so if you also need to rebuild those champions for Centranos, work on that, work on your clan boss team, you might have a few days here of downtime, especially if you've already completed your Armand's Titan event and you've gotten the soul that you want. And remember, it's going to pick up Thursday when the fusion launches, so it's nice to have a couple of days downtime if you can grab them. Okay, so as I mentioned at the top of the video, there is also a new promo code for April. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. And I believe it is yearly gift. And there we go. It's actually a pretty juicy one. It's got a 4-star chicken. It's got a lot more than we normally get. So not too bad for a promo code. Go ahead and punch that in. Maybe that'll help you complete those Titan events that you need to get your final rewards in the Festival Titan event. All right, that is it. Let me know in the comments below, did I miss anything? Please come back and read the comments tomorrow. I've always missed something. I always miss something. I miss something every single time. There's a lot to cover, and sometimes something slips through the cracks. So read the comments. Those will fill you in on anything that I've missed. Thank you to all of you commenters who have contributed to that. Let me know the things that I've missed. I try to improve from week to week. But again, nobody's perfect, and there's a lot of information. But don't hesitate to come back here later in the week. All right, that is it for me. Thanks so much for hanging out. I have been Colred, and I will see you in another video soon.